Welcome back to the vlog, you guys. In this vlog, I am sharing with you what life has been like since I have been 1 week post-op. So during this past week, you guys, it has been a lot of me rearranging how I do my normal daily things. Right now, I am on doctor's restrictions to basically have T-Rex arms. So you'll notice a lot of things are on the kitchen counter right now. That's so they're within my reach because I really can't extend my arms out so that they're fully straightened or reach up at a certain point. So we're gonna get into all things on how I'm feeling, questions that I had for Doc when we got into my 1 week follow-up appointment, questions that you guys have also asked me too. And as y'all know, I super appreciate you being here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're repeat, welcome back. So this time it's all been about comfort and giving myself grace. So I can't stretch my arms out. So I wanted a tank that I could easily put on. And y'all, I found the perfect one on Amazon. So these are super stretchy. The material is soft. I can step into them and the girls look great. So I need these in every color now. Morning, fam. We are officially 8 days post-op and I am doing a very, very quick get ready with me because I am getting on the road in a few. So we head to Houston to see Dr. Morales and go over how things are healing up, how things are going. I have tons of questions to ask him. Also, I've gotten tons of questions from you guys as well that I want to answer everything all at once because I feel like we both got some questions that need answers, okay? Overall, today I am feeling really good. This is the best that I felt since surgery, obviously. I think the toughest part this week has just been, just the recovery in general, has just been how dependent I have to be, y'all, on my loved ones around me because literally, y'all know I was slamming 45-pound plates a week ago on the leg press and now I need help, like if I want to shower or get dressed or, you know, get something to eat or drop something on the floor. But I just feel like this experience is very humbling and it makes you appreciate your loved ones so much that you have around you who truly have your back. And my people are amazing. They just are, y'all. So I'm gonna get going so I can get on the road. I'm sure I will. Family are back. It is now 9:30 at night and we went to my post-op appointment and got back, and while it was still fresh, we were going to do a little get unready with me. I'm going to share with you guys answers to a lot of questions that I got today, and it was just such a good appointment. So I'm gonna let you guys know what Dr. Morales thought, all things. So let's get into it. So I have, y'all know me in a note, okay? I love a good note. So I'm just gonna start from the top. So I wanted to just to kind of share some feedback with him that I was experiencing and we have been in communication like since my surgery, which is super awesome to be able to have that kind of rapport. So he knew some of these things, but I wanted to talk about like the fluid retention, water retention I was experiencing in my legs. So he took a look at that and everything, and it's definitely getting better. So it's getting better by the day. I am now cleared, which I'm super happy about, to begin doing light walking. When I say light walking, I mean like, you know, I had to ask questions like, what we talking about? How light we talking about, doc? Heart rate is gonna be under 120 beats per minute. So y'all had to order the Apple Watch because I cannot find my Apple Watch. It's a whole thing. I lost it. I haven't seen it since I shot one of my last videos, whole thing. So one is on the way, but heart rate is gonna stay under 120 beats per minute. If I am gonna walk outside, it should be kind of like how it was today. Today in Texas, it was around like 50, like no. It was like around 67, 70-ish degrees outside. So that was cool. But he said he prefers me walking like that. Or if I am gonna walk on a treadmill, to do no faster than like 3 miles per hour, you know what I mean? On like a really conservative incline, and no more than 30 minutes. So I think that alone would just be really great, because I just feel like part of what's going on with me, not only just physically, but also mentally, y'all know that I am just not used to being sedentary. And I have been going a little stir crazy, not being able to just move how I want to move, you know what I mean? So we talked about that. Okay, so that's a training bit for cardio. No lifting for another 3 weeks, but there's a big but there, and he knows me. I know he saw my face. He was like, I know you're concerned. You're not gonna deflate, you're not gonna shrink. I am gonna start using, I got a TENS unit for at home. I'm gonna start using on my quads, on my glutes, hamstrings, shoulders. He's going to give me a protocol for that I'm going to get started with. I'm also going to be leveraging the insulin treatments that you guys have seen me do with Renew Wellness, just to get that muscle stimulation. The only thing is just getting a comfortable position to lay on, because I still can't lay on my belly quite yet, and we'll have to work that out. So I probably won't do the insulin treatments, to be honest, you guys, probably for another couple of weeks. Just because it's just not gonna be comfortable for me to be on my belly for 30 minutes while my glutes are getting the treatment worked on. So we'll work around that. But we'll start all that other stuff tomorrow, like this weekend. I'm super excited. Okay, so when can I start driving? I have been a passenger princess since my surgery, and it has been very nice. But I definitely do want to get back to being just, you know, more independent, more just my day-to-day. And as soon as I'm done taking the narcotic pain meds, I can do that. Now I am still taking them. I do still need them. I have been stretching out my dosing, so I'm not taking them like every 4 hours. I've been stretching them out to like every 6 hours. I'm going a little bit longer since, just to kind of see how I do. But as you guys know, when you have surgery, if you don't know, if you haven't had it, your nerves start waking up. So you start to feel like twinges, right? Of like your nerves kind of like coming back to life in areas where he got worked, right? And he definitely shared it with me, and I told you guys in the last vlog that he had to do a little bit of work to get my larger implants in. So I definitely feel pain. I am not painless by any means. So I feel like I still need to do something for pain management. So we'll see what that kind of looks like over the next couple of days. But that's that with the driving. I also asked about scar therapy. So this is one thing that I really do like about Dr. Morales. He's really big on aesthetics. Like, he doesn't want you to look like you've been cut open and stitched up like, you know, a jack-o'-lantern. So we'll start that if my 2-week recovery. We'll start that there. So I see him again in a couple of weeks from now. So I'll be making a few trips out to Houston pretty frequently over these next few months, just to get seen and all that taken care of. So those are all the questions that I had. Now, I got a lot of questions that you guys asked me, but it's been a long day. I've done a lot of activity today, and my chair is calling my name, and my baby Mowgli, y'all, Neff Pup, is calling my name too. So I think what I'm probably gonna do is, as I'm doing my first cardio session, walk in the morning, to get set up and answer the questions that you guys submitted to me then. So see y'all in the morning. But last thing, in case you're wondering why I have this like bra situation looking like this over a tank top. So I have been noticing this past week that as things are starting to heal and like waking up, where my sutures are is starting to be a little painful where the compression bra is like resting. So I can do things like putting pads in there, but to be honest, that's kind of uncomfortable just having like pads stuffed in there. So at nighttime, what I started doing is I got one of these really soft, let's see if you guys can see the material. It's like a really soft ribbed like tank material. And I use that and I put my bra over it. So I still have the compression that I need with the softness against my skin. So like I said, this is my first rodeo, so hopefully this helps someone else out there. And my other shirts, them Amazon came in that you guys saw me shopping for. So get to all that in the morning. All right, good night. Alright, y'all, so I also want to answer a lot of the questions that you guys submitted to me on Instagram, just about my recovery, how I've been feeling, all the good fun stuff. I will start off with, how do I feel? I feel in this moment, like right now, today, as I'm sitting here 10 days post-op, I feel better. Like I definitely have more energy. I have more mental energy, especially. Physically, I feel like I'm still, you know, moving around kind of slow. I do have more mobility, which is nice. So I was cleared on Friday to not have to use T-Rex arms for stuff. I can fully extend my arms, right, within reason, but if I feel like something hurts, then to kind of pull back. So I have been enjoying just being able to move about a little bit more. I'd say the toughest part for me is by the end of the night, I'm tired of being bound. I'm not one of those people that like to wear a lot of like binding undergarments and things like that. Like that's just never really been my thing. So the fact that I have to keep this like compression bra on all the time unless I'm showering, like, listen, this is a channel of honesty. Y'all know how good it feels when you get home and you take your bra off, okay? Imagine like not being able to take your bra off, number one. And two, it's a compression bra. So it's not even like a comfy one. It's like literally like squeezing you in and pushing you in. So that to me is like the toughest part, because I get to a point in the day where I'm not in pain. I'm just annoyed. Like I'm annoyed that I have to still have this thing on, and I just look forward to my showers because I can be out, they can be out and about, but I know I gotta put it back on. So that I think would be the toughest part right along in here. If you can only eat one kind of fruit for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's an easy one, y'all. Cantaloupe all day long, through and through. It was the first thing that I craved post-surgery. I never get over how refreshing it is, how just, it just makes my day. It just makes my day. I could eat it every single day if I could. Okay, another question, someone said, how are your clothes fitting now? So, I mean, quite naturally, I am still like puffy, swollen from surgery and everything. I feel like I'm losing more and more water every day. So that part is nice. But there definitely was a time, y'all, and I think I shared with you, when my legs were retaining a lot of water. So I couldn't really wear like leggings, like my normal leggings and things like that. Those are now fitting better. In terms of tops, I've been wearing really stretchy tops. So y'all already saw me get these on Amazon because they're so soft and comfy. And this is a medium. I was a medium before. So I don't really think like top wise, at least right along in here, that's gonna change. Now, when I do start wearing like bras and swimwear and things like that, once I'm cleared to not be in this post-op bra, then I may need to change sizes, but I won't know that for like some time. Okay, so another question that I thought was really interesting, someone asked, were you very petite before your surgeries? So y'all, I've been the same height since the 4th grade, okay, in terms of height wise. I am not a naturally lean person. I never have been. So I have always had to work to get to this level of leanness that you guys see me walking around in now and whatnot. So I was my smallest after my first competition back in 2009. I'll show photos, y'all. I was in bikini. I was teeny tiny. I was literally 99 pounds, 98 pounds on stage, okay, first time ever. And it was actually during that prep that I decided I wanted to get an augmentation done, because I went from being like a naturally full D cup to a double A cup. Like I lost everything. Like I was flat. And I just missed the volume that I had. So that was probably the most petite that I had been in my adult life. And of course, quite naturally now, you know, and I'm on stage, I'm competing around 117-ish, 118-ish pounds, so about 20 pounds heavier, but clearly totally different frame. So the next question is, am I craving anything? I really wouldn't say I'm craving much, but I will note that my hunger levels are hungering, okay? Like, there is nothing wrong with my appetite. I know there's some people that are just like, oh, after surgery, I'm not focused on eating. Like, I'm hitting my macros, okay? I am hitting my macros. I am eating 5 meals a day easily. I don't feel like I'm overly stuffed ever with anything at that. But there isn't like any one thing in particular that I'm craving. I would just say probably like the first few days post-surgery, like my body just wanted more food, like it wanted more carbs. That I did notice. Okay, so someone asked, what is my biggest setback? The biggest setback and the toughest part of this all, y'all, is just not being able to train. So I am not one of those people that go to the gym because I have to do it. Like, I go to the gym because I love to do it. So it is very much a mental health booster for me. It always has been. It is my happy place. It is my time to go inward. I can tap in and tune in with myself in a way that I just don't do when I'm not at the gym. And not being able to do that is tough. That's honestly the biggest, toughest part of this mentally. You know, aesthetically, I know my body is going through recovery, so that part does not bother me. It's mentally not being able to do what I love to do that I would say is like the biggest setback. On the other side of that is like this in the back of my mind kind of fear of losing the progress that I've worked so hard for, but I know I'm not going to lose that progress because Dr. Morales has this advanced athlete recovery plan where he basically gives us a whole detailed plan on things to do so that we don't lose muscle during the recovery process and things kind of keep going and they stay in a good spot. So I'm not like, logically, I'm not worried about losing progress, but it does bother me not being able to go to the gym, if that makes sense. Okay, last question, and I think this is a great question to end this vlog with. Is this your final augmentation? When I was talking to Dr. Morales on Friday, he was like, this is basically kind of like the look that you're gonna have. And I was just like, Doc, I'm so pleased. This is the size and the shape I have always wanted to be. I am so happy. I really don't see myself going back for another revision after this. I mean, unless there's something that, you know, Lord forbid something happens and I absolutely have to, I'm not gonna be going back saying, hey, let's turn it up a notch, let's go bigger. Like, I'm really pleased with this. I see how it's looking on my body in this state, and I'm still bloated from the meds, I'm still swollen and all of those things. I know it's gonna even be more enhanced when my body's lost all the water, and especially when I'm stage lean too. Like, I just never wanna have that look, and this is no shade against anyone who has any looks that they want. I don't wanna have that, oh my God, like all you see are just like boobs when you see her, or that look like I'm about to topple over or fall over when I'm doing my quarter turns. Like, I don't want that look. I still want to be very proportional to like lower body, upper body, all those kind of things. So with that being said, this is it. This is it, you guys. And also, Dr. Morales is so good at what he does. There's a lifetime warranty on these things, okay? So yes, there may come a time where I have to get them redone just because there might be some shifting or things like that, but I don't envision that to happen. And he has already shared with me that he has clients that like never have to get revisions done again after they get theirs with him, and they're all satisfied. All right, y'all, and on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's vlog. So I hope you guys got something out of today. My purpose in sharing this journey with you is to just share a lot of things that I wish I had someone to tell me and share with me when I was going through my augmentation. Like, I think back to that girl that was in 2009, like getting her first augmentation done. I'm like, man, I wish someone would have told me this or told me that, right? So that is basically my whole goal. And also, I feel like it opens the door for us just to have a lot more open and honest discussion about cosmetic things in general. I've had so many of you guys reach out to me in DMs especially, sharing with me stories about your augmentations, your upcoming surgeries, and things like that. And I just love the community that this is growing and that this is building. So thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me on this path, for rocking with me on this path. Hit that subscribe button. If there's anything that you got out of this vlog, let me know down in the comments below. Y'all know I love hearing from you guys. If there's any questions that you guys have, let me know that too. And until the next vlog, y'all, I will talk to you then. Remember to give yourself all the grace that you need wherever you're at in your journey, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.